Hello, hello. How's everybody doing out there? Peasant Chat. We talk to poor people every Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I probably should have taken today off and gone to Cars and Coffee. I didn't know. I didn't check the schedule when Cars and Coffee was happening. I didn't even know it was happening on today. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous day here in the Palm Beach County area. It would have been nice just to get you some of that content, but we got a lot to talk about. So we're going to talk about Bryson Witt received the Emery labeled Magnuson 2650 cased blower rear feed, and he did some back-to-back testing with it, showing big results. I have not changed the tune on that car. We dialed in a PMAS 149. He adapted the throttle body. Shout out to Department of Boost. You are just such a G. You ended up 3D printing him a adapter, which is interesting, Department of Boost, because that adapter might be used if these 2650s start to get sold again, or if it's something that, you know, it's competitive. You can actually make adapters for the Whipple throttle body that Bryson Witt has. So he ended up gaining damn near 50 rear roll horsepower or more. I think it was 60 at the end of the day, but the back-to-back runs, it's what matters to me, meaning he did a hit on a VMP Gen3R, then he slapped and it made like 60 or 970. And then he ended up putting the Magnuson rear feed, and it ended up making 1,010, like 30 or 40 more. And then he started playing with fuel pressure and stuff like that on his end, and they ended up with close to 1,020 horsepower and I think high 900 torque, which is just super impressive. So we'll talk about that. Also, WhistlinDiesel has a gag order, and he's talking. I am blown away that he does not understand. You do not fuck with the government when it comes to taxes. You shut the fuck up, listen to your lawyers, and pay the man. But we'll see how all that goes. I just don't think he's that smart. I think he's a good person, but whoever is his lawyer and is advising him, and he gets a gag order, done. You can't talk. Stop. Just keep blowing up diesel trucks and make the case go away. And after the gag order is lifted, then you can go ahead and talk all the shit you want. But I'm telling you, the way he's going about it with public pressure, it's going to be bad for him in the long run, and we could talk about that specific thing and all the other stuff that's going on. We got the snowbirds happening. The Lunds ended up qualifying 15th or 16th LDR, but they had some issues with the car. I think now you are starting to see the limits of the stock valve train on these cars when you're reaching closer to like 60 pounds of boost. We'll talk about that and many more things, but not before Mr. Bill O'Reilly tells us to do it live.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
It does suck. But you know what does not suck is the sponsor of the show, Dyno Performance, DynoPerformance.com. You can get all your Go Fast goodies there, your injectors, your turbo systems, your supercharger systems, your wheels, your tires, anything and everything you can think of for your late model Ford, truck, Mustang, GT500. Hit up DynoPerformance.com. If it's not on their website, just hit them up. I'm sure they can get whatever part you need. Belgian wheels. Scott Belgian hit the brother up and said, hey, let's run some of our wheels on one of your cars. I said the GT500 is a perfect candidate. Went with the VF5 Lightweight Series because I want it to be as light as possible and be street friendly. Hit up Belgian Wheels, BelgianWheels.com for your late model wheels. They got Explorer, F-150, Mustang, S197 and S550, and S650 fitments. Check them out. PMAS, Nick James, PMAS, best cold air intake, best map sensors, best build your own cold air kits, and the X-Map for the Fox body is going to be coming out. See what Nick James is up to over at PMASMAF.com. Oh my God, cookies! Oh my God, cookies.com. You're going to get your cookies there. You're going to get fat, but you're going to enjoy doing it. All right, the last bite you take before you die is going to be from a cookie named something like 69er or something like that, and you're going to love it. Oh my God, cookies.com. Partsarm.com. You're going to get your used cranker pallets, rolling chassis, wheels, tires, interiors. I'm going to buy a couple of seats so that Donnie can have a new set of seats from PartsArm.com. Two Auto Solution. Wami's on Auto Solution. Trying to get him into the truck game. We'll see if he ends up with twin turbos or a TVS over in Puerto Rico. And Bellac Industries. Holy shit, that is a mouthful. God damn it. You know what? That's what I'm good at this. So might as well just hammer it out. Bellac Industries, if you want to sell drugs and let the people know that you are, moving some weight, hit up Bellac, Damian Barato over, because it's Caleb backwards. Ridgeprints.com/YWT for your hats. shirts. If you want to support the show and you just want to have, again, you're not forced to, but I'm telling you, we've been deadly consistent with the amount of support I've gotten from the merchandise site. YDBT Emery hats, YDBT Emery trucker style hats, Dolo hats, Shiesties. It's cold out there. You want to stick up people? Do it in style with the Shiesty. Section 8 shirts and hoodies, Hush Money shirts and hoodies, ZR50 shirts and hoodies, Booty Juice, Elote Juice shirts and hoodies. The Emery, I bought this sweater, and we got ugly sweaters, Snack Attack GT500, and Grandma got run over by a reindeer themed, but she's got the Shiesty, and she's got the winter takeover with the Mustang. Good shit right there. Gotta love it. Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, GT350, S650, 85 to 86, 87 to 93, Save the Manual shirts, 1320 Didios, and F1320. I love these shirts. These shirts are just a fuck you to those gay guys that run the 1320 videos shit over there. YDBT and Amory Vertical, YDBT shirts, hoodies, and stickers, everything going on there. Check them out. Buy some stuff. I get paid. I build cars. I show you content. That's how it works. It's like very, very straightforward. So I'd say hi to the people. Here we'll talk about Bryson Witt's successes, and we'll get after it. Talk a little shit with the people. Monty by 40, Nick Nash, Douche did it, and this is not working. This is not working. Let me, fuck me. A producer would be pretty awesome. Oh, it's not working. What's going on with the live chat? Is the live chat not working? Here we go. Every time you update something, it is an absolute nightmare. And I hate it. Monty 540, Nick Nash, Deuce did it, Jay Swish, B. Leves, Coyote Kelly, Frank Donahue, Z33 Camzilla, Mark Christensen, Joe Jackson, I'm Hung Solo, John Bonanno, Ugly Duck Garage, Nardi Mercado, Bryson Witt with the links, richprince.com, and the Patreon. Again, Patreon, great place. Bryson is there figuring out. So he found some issues after the dyno pulls that the car is going to need a better fuel system eventually, because we're reaching that point of maxing out his fuel system, and maybe an alternator, because for whatever reason, GT500 alternators just don't last long. That Coyote is Coyote's the best for everything. I love you guys. Wesley Stewart, Laminate, Clint Stroke, JD Swag, Matt Nichols, Clean on VGT, Craig Walls, Bill Noonan. What are you doing? What are we changing for next year, Mr. Craig Walls? Or are you just going to run the same combo? Merv, TJ Sikorsky, Christopher Lester, Alfredo Diaz, Matt Oliver, Jay Bird, Big Guns, Donnie Renfro in the house, Michael Locks, Gregory Uffitz, Boosted GT, Jaywalker, 956, Oscar, Puro Pinche, 956, I got Cuz, Alex, Jasso, Amir Zahir, my voice is going to be gone. CPR, Andrew, Josh Roy, 956, Oscar, Rudy Bukal. The thing is, I don't use my voice all week. I don't talk. And when I do talk, it's here, and then I yell, and there goes that. Fucking Shinebox, Azaeli, Bertroan. Make your names fucking easy. Jesus. Life on Mars, Grabber, Bryson, Jared, Reflex, and Rookie. Okay, let's see some of the stuff that Bryson Witt ended up doing. Let me pull up. I'm just going to pull up the dyno graph because that's the one that really matters. I'm trying to see if there's a... Okay, so this is the first run with the Amory edition. I'm sorry, the VMP Gen3R right here. Let me zoom in. So... the first run, he showed up to the dyno. By the way, his car started right up in 30-degree weather in Tennessee. Okay? I did nothing special. Some cars do, some cars don't. The ones that don't, I'm not going to flood your fucking cylinders with crank fuel. Fuck you and your passive posts. 964 and 932, respectively, with the VMP Gen 3R. Then on the same pulley combo, which is a 2.4 upper and a 10% lower, I did not change the tune. The mods are a Whipple, I think, 150 throttle body, a PMAS 149, a VMP Gen 3R, and 2.4 upper, 10%, built motor, 5.4, non-GT supercar heads, just a regular 5.4 with rods and pistons and L&M NSR cams. Like the most cookie cutter combo, in my opinion, that's what every GT500 should have. L&M NSRs, rods and pistons, sleeved if you want, and a little port work on the heads, and a big cold air, big throttle body, and a VMP, Magnuson 2650 is what you should get. So 964, 932, then slapped on the Maggie, 1012, 970. That is over 50, just under 50 horsepower to the rear wheel on the same pulley comp, same everything. I didn't change a damn thing. All I did was review logs. And 48 more torque. It's like 48 more horse and 48 more torque. Pretty amazing. Then they played around with a couple of things and it made 1,007, 968. And then they probably let it cool down a little better and then got after it, iced it down, and it did 1023. That is fucking 59 horsepower to the rear wheel and an extra, wow, 40 torque. Yeah, dude. So shout out to Bryson Way. I think there are some videos of the car making some noise. It does actually sound really good. It's a typical GT500. You know, one of the better sounding platforms is the 5458. It just sounds spectacular. Coyotes cannot sound like this. Now that sounds like a lot of RPM. It's only 7,000. It sounds like 9, but it's only 7. It's just how the car is built. And again, it's got the stock. It's got the 13 to 14 mufflers. His car is an 1112, but he's got 13 to 14 taillights, 13 to 14 rear valance, but it is an 1112 GT500, and he's got other dyno stuff here. It does sound really good. Clean pull, clean burn, everything looking spectacular. Shout out to you getting 50 horse out of the same blower, basically, same rotor pack. All we're doing is just making so why did it make more power? At the end of the day, the 2650 rotor pack, in my most humble of opinion, is all you need. If you're looking to make 1400, which is difficult on a blower, and what it takes to make that power level, or what it takes to make that power on that platform specifically, is a pretty wild motor. Like a pretty wild, higher compression, dumb, stupid built, just crazy. So I think the 2650 is perfect up to, let's say, 1100 rear wheel horsepower. Senior's GT500 made in the 1100 horsepower range. Why did his make a little more power? It's a 5.8. It's got Ford GT supercar heads, the 13, 14 cylinder heads. It's got 11-to-1 compression. And I think it has about I think it has a 2.4 upper, 20 and 10% also, because in order to fit a 20%, you got to do some funky shit with the tensioner and all that stuff. But in my opinion, the 2650 is fine as long as you have a case that flows well. That's why I said that when they shoved in the the 3.1 liter rotor pack on a 2650 style case, it wasn't going to work. And the reason I said that is because it just needs a complete reconfiguration of the flow, because what you're doing is you're stuffing big rotors in a small case, and you're not going to make much more than the case allows. So Magnuson ended up casting this case, and this case was available through their previous supply dealer, but now they're selling it directly because they have some on the shelves, and it's basically a ported version of the previous case. If you can see the ribbing, and remember, I talked to you guys about it in the video, which I'll do a standalone video today to do it justice, to get the people that don't like to sit there on a live stream and watch me for an hour and a half. I'll give you like a 10 to 11 minute video of showing what happened, the differences between the cases, but basically it's a ported 2650. So if a ported 2650 on a 2.4 and 10% can gain 50 to 60 rear wheel horsepower and 50 torque to the rear on the same rotor pack, you and I both know that if that was in a super badass built motor, maybe more displacement, maybe better heads, maybe better porting, maybe better cams, it probably makes 1100 wheel. And that is more than you need. It is useless on the street, okay? Like if Bryson Witt wanted to go race that car, I would say racing, build the rear end, get a badass suspension, turbo 400. That is an 850 car, 840 car. That's what if you want to go racing. Stick shift, it's a roll car. If you're going to keep it stick shift, it's a roll car. Now, the reason I think my car is a little bit better suited to dig race, my GT500, versus his, one, it's a Coyote. So it has less torque down low, so launching will be slightly easier, and the car is completely configured for drag racing. Axles, rear end, cage, suspension, it is all done up. But you and I both know if I put a turbo 400 back in a section 8 with that Coyote, it'll be probably, because it's a low compression Coyote, a high 8-second car, maybe 870 or whatever. But Bryson's car could be an 840, 830 car at that power level with a turbo 400. But again, the turbo 400 is going to cost them 12, 13, 14,000 to configure. And that is not street car friendly unless you put a gear vendors or something like that. So all that to say, shout out to Bryson. Congratulations. Shout out to Magnuson for the giveaway and for him to prove that a Magnuson equipped Magnuson case 2650 outflows the previous people that have a 2650. It's just music to my ears. I did nothing but just review logs. Now he has to upgrade his fuel system. Now he has to upgrade his charge system because he found some deficiencies with those dyno pulls that you normally wouldn't have seen on the street, because you can't make a hit like that on the street on a 1,000 horsepower GT500. So I'm not going to play the clips, but you saw WhistlinDiesel again start talking. Now, he sees that this is huge for views, but this is different. This isn't a ticket because you splash somebody with a jet ski. This isn't anything like that. What this is taxes. And this is the Achilles heel for anyone thinking that they can win against the government. The government is, if they go after you on taxes, it's pretty much over. What you should do is say, yes, sir, no, sir. Oh, Alex, you're a bootlicker. Cool. You're going to be in jail getting your bussy fucked if you don't do what I say. Yes, sir. No, sir. How much do I owe? I apologize. Let's do a plea deal. Because this is what's happening right now. He has gotten a gag order to not talk about the case. Now, some of you guys don't understand how maybe court cases work. I love court stuff. I think it's interesting as shit. So the burden of proof is on the state. The state accused them of evading taxes. The state said, you had a car registered in Montana, but you were using it in Tennessee, and we can prove it because we have flock cameras. We have proof that the car has been in the state longer than 30 days. So we got you dead to rights, and you're gonna pay. Now people say, well, they shouldn't have arrested him. Listen up, guys. You need to listen. He has posted that he is building a bulldozer, the same as Marvin Heemeyer did when he went ahead and bulldozed most of the small town in Colorado, where he felt he was slighted by the government and the doshefs because they told him that, they're going to build a concrete plant next to him. They have to, join to the town water, blah, 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 blah. He lost his mind, built a bulldozer, and then just ransacked the town, bulldozed City Hall, bulldozed the library, bulldozed this guy's hardware shop. Anyone that was involved in government, he went crazy. Fast forward, WhistlinDiesel does homage to Marvin Heemeyer and says, I'm going to build one. So then he gets accused of tax evasion because of what happened with the Ferrari. And he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring the Killdozer copy that I built to the court. Full stop. You're making threats to the government. The government sees you as a threat. The government goes, oh, you're taking inspiration from a guy that terrorized a town. And again, a lot of us sympathize with Marvin, but a rich kid that registered his car in Montana to avoid taxes in Tennessee, it's not the same thing. He's no hero. You know what I mean? Like, stop. Don't compare the two. One got royally fucked, and he just had a muffler shop. The other kid is a menace that just does dumb shit, and now the town is like, hey, we want our tax money, the city or the state, we want our tax money because you've been in this state and the car is registered out of state. And he's like, oh yeah, fuck that. I'm going to bring my Killdozer to court. So now they slapped a gag order on him. That means he can't talk about it. Why can't he talk about it? Because his influence is so big that it's going to be damn near impossible to find a jury that doesn't know who he is. You have to find a local jury. So the jury has to go, well, I don't know who WhistlinDiesel is. And this is the other thing he doesn't understand. Him talking about it, it'll taint the jury the other way. The jury's going to go, that fucking kid? I know who the fuck that is. Fuck him. It'll taint the jury one way or the other. So the judge slaps a gag order on him. Why do you think that is, guys? Tell me, why do you think that is that The judge and the town and the state slapped a gag order on WhistlinDiesel to not talk about the case. He keeps saying First Amendment, First Amendment, First Amendment. This is not a First Amendment issue, because you'd be the type of guy that would scream fire in a theater or scream bomb on a plane and start saying First Amendment, First Amendment, First Amendment. You understand? You have a First Amendment right to say whatever the fuck you want. But if it is deemed harmful or threatening, you can go to jail. You can't threaten the life of the president publicly. First Amendment right. That's not how the First Amendment works, stupid. You can't threaten the life of somebody else without them potentially pressing charges. You can't yell fire in a theater. You can't yell bomb on a plane. So he's like, First Amendment right, First Amendment right. No. See, Forstang, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. At this point, if you... Taxes. Life, death, and taxes. That there are three constants in life. Life, death, and taxes. You need to understand. So the gag order, right? Why is the gag order there? The gag order is there to protect him. Hey, I know who he was. He was talking all that shit. I live in the same town. Fuck that guy. Or I love that guy. It's awesome. Unfair trial. So now let's say, for instance, he says, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to just talk and fuck the gag order. Okay. So now let's say he wins the case, right? Let's say he wins the case. What do you think the government's going to do after that? Let's say he wins the case. Right? No, First Amendment. First Amendment. I can say whatever I want. Well, he's like, oh, they're trampling on my First Amendment rights. No, the judge is making sure that the jury is the least tainted as possible. And what you're doing by talking about it is you are tainting the jury. And you're going to say, yeah, fuck that. I'm going to put public pressure on them, and I'm going to win this case for the people. Cool. Then you win the case. Now what? Think about your life going forward. What is the government now going to do to you if you win the tax case? They're going to look for any little kink in the armor. They're going to fuck with your this. The cops are going to see you somewhere parked illegally for 2 seconds. Or you could do what I says. No, there's not, but he's talking about it. He needs to shut the fuck up. But he doesn't want to shut the fuck up because he's doing it for clicks and views. I get it. I understand. You want to let the people know, and you feel this is a First Amendment issue. Nothing wrong with that. Let's say you win the case. Let's say everything's good. You will probably be forced to move. They're going to make your life miserable there. And you don't want to pay with it. I'm not trying to be, what do you call it? Ominous. But this is like life and death. Because they can literally fuck with you so much, make your life so miserable, scrutinize every little thing about your life that they can bankrupt you. Look, okay, this is a great example, okay? Let's take it to the end. Let's fast forward. What's the end game here? What's the end game, Whistlin? Is the end game, yeah, beat the government, fuck that, stand up for your rights? Or is the end game what Marvin Heemeyer saw? Bulldoze the town. And how did he end up? Yes, a folk hero, but dead. So, what's the end game? Take it all the way to the end. And what is the outcome that you want? That government can't fuck with you? Yeah, Al Capone's in jail for taxes. Kill people. Taxes got him. So this is the one that you don't want to fight. This is the one you want to say, hey, after a lot of consideration and advising my counsel, I really want to just pay the bill. And then I want to donate $500,000 to the school so the kids could have school lunches for free and activities, and I'm gonna make a park in my property so that the kids can come and play. That's what you should do. And then they'll leave you alone. Oh, you've become a pillar of the community. Oh, you've become someone that we can count on. Oh, you've become part of the system. Fuck the system. Okay, so how do you... Marvin Heemeyer said fuck the system. How did he end up? So, shout out to you. Do it. It's your life. I'm just saying when it comes to, because Marvin Heemeyer didn't owe taxes, right? His issue was the easement, right? His issue was hooking up to town water. And then the town fined him like every fucking month. The town fined him every month. He wasn't hooked up to the water main or whatever. And then when he went to pay the bill, he paid it in such a way that was like, for you crooked piece of shit politicians, like the memo. It was like, for the stupid crooked sons of bitches, blah blah blah. And then the clerk was like, it's the wrong amount. And he lost his fucking mind, shut down the muffler shop, and started building the dozer. So you want, if that is your, okay, if Marvin, shout out, you know, we all love him. If Marvin is your model of how to deal with government, then he's dead. And nothing changed in Colorado. Nothing changed. Like, did his story make a big change, or are the dough shifts still running that derby, I think it's called, Colorado? I'm not 100%. So, yeah, take it to the end and see how all that goes. Guy's a clown. His fine is going to be chump change to him. He knows he can drama, make more news. He'll get exactly. He is using this for content, and I really don't think that's the right move. The gag order probably also has to do with him giving out the state's evidence, cough, cough, Flock's spying program. Correct. And not just that, tainting the jury and influencing it in a completely different way. What did Craig Wallace say? Because I asked him about what he's going to do with the car, and I don't know if he replied. Monty 540 mini bike, Coyote Kelly. He likely will upset the judge from having the followers outside of the courthouse in his parking lot protesting. Gotcha. Laser pointer in a movie theater. He's acting like the hillbilly Tekashi 6ix9ine. I'm not even talking about the situation. I know the world I live in. I'm just generally talking about the government. They're criminals. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. You're here. You're here. You're in the system, right? If they're criminals and you're righteous, do something about it. Oh, you're not? You're still giving money to the government? You're still paying your taxes? I know. Look, if I get accused of tax evasion, I'm gonna. You think you guys will know about it? Nope. I'm gonna say yes, Judge. What would you? What is it? What's the evidence? Okay, let me see. Okay, accounting error. Here's my last 5 years of W-2s and 1099s. Maybe I had an accounting error. Da 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 da. Up there it is. What's the fine? $30,000. Nope. Hey guys, what's going on, guys? You know what the fuck? You know, government fucking suck my dick. And the clerk is like, oh, okay. Hey, town clerk and cops, anywhere you see this motherfucker, find a reason to pull him over. Are you sure? Yep. He wants to talk that shit. We're going to flex because government's got it over you, man. They got it over you. Building a big black cock. Single turbo draw for next year. Turbo draw for next year. We'll have different look as well. So you're getting rid of the billet Noonan. I mean, good for you. Your engine builder is like a big block Chevy guy. So it's time to, I don't know, it's time to like party, right? It's time to party. Let's see what that car can do. Let's get that fucker in the 580s. Do you know what I am saying? I think this wasn't in for the state to go after him. I'm sure this is not the only thing they're butthurt about him. Right. So in their mind, he's a rich kid YouTuber causing trouble in their town, right? In their mind. In his mind, he's like, I'm a kid that made it and I'm young. And fuck all y'all, I'm gonna flex. But to be honest with you, I don't think he whoever's counseling him, because look, when you get to that fame, you get a lot of yes people around you, right? You get a lot of yes men. Yeah, I just want to be a part of this. I just, you know, whatever. I just want to be a part of the program. I don't want to. I want to get some of this money. So yeah, whatever you want, WhistlinDiesel. Oh, you want to get a Russian girlfriend, move her to Dubai, and yeah, that's not retarded at all. Go for it. show me anyone that, show me a person that got himself a Russian girlfriend, moved her to Dubai, moved her to the US, and lived a happily normal life with kids and all good. Go ahead, show me. Show me one person that got a Russian girlfriend, especially a YouTuber, in modern times that was able to get out of the matrix, let's just say. You know who did? PewDiePie, but I don't think his girlfriend was Russian. He got out of YouTube, took home 30, 40, 50 million dollars, put it in the bank. You can live off the interest, a couple million a year, or high hundred thousands. And he's like, I have a wife, I have a son, I am happy, I am gone, see ya. That guy actually won in life. He's going by Montana's tax laws, correct? Unk has forearms. Okay. YOLO putting GoFundMe. He's up for his tax fund. Right. Did you see the cheap diesel truck challenge he just did like a week ago? Every truck blowing black smoke on public roads. Okay. I understand the allure of diesel. I understand people liking the black smoke because it's power. Well, look at that. Honestly, if I didn't tune and if I wasn't in this industry, I wouldn't care, right? I like, honestly, and I get it. You guys are probably like, yeah, that's cool. And I'm like, until the government starts putting more sanctions on things, until you piss off the wrong people. Right now, this is going to be the golden years, guys. From now to 2028 will be the best years in modern times. Look at what Toyota's coming out with a twin turbo hybrid V8 car. Ford is probably going to come out with a GT500 again, or Cobra, or some kind of variant thereof. The F-150 is rocking and rolling. You put a blower on it, twin turbos. I saw a twin turbo F-150 go 2.9, 60 to 130. And I'm saying fully built. Okay, a lot of you guys think, oh, I'm going to get into this F-150 game and set the world on fire. And then you buy an F-150, regular cab short bed, four-wheel drive. You put 20 pounds of boost on it, and you're like, it only runs 9.7. I'm like, yeah. So what are these guys that are running 260 to 130 doing? 50 pounds of boost, Billy Badass built transmission, truck weighs 1,000 less pounds than stock, no interior, like Billy Badass everything. The bed is tube chassis, and you're like, oh, so a full race truck. Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of people think that, oh, just slap on some parts and some Beltec kit and I'm off and running. No, you're regular traffic at that point. But yeah, the black smoke and the diesel stuff would be cool if I wasn't in the industry, but I'm in it. So I'm not with it because it's affecting my pockets. Because unfortunately what's going to happen is they're going to think that's part of like all tuning. And I'm just like, it's not. Like every time diesel tuners get up in arms about shit, I go, yeah, don't lump gas guys into this. Don't lump Mustang, Camaro, Dodge. Don't lump us into this. This is not our thing. His lawyer, see a new boat fighting this? Right. The lawyer's like, you know what, Whistlin'? I think you should go out there and talk your shit. He's like, Whistlin', you should probably talk about this gag order. Maybe that'll sway their decision to... We're going to have him for another 5 years under retainer. Yeah, weird. Wouldn't it be a flex to pay the fines, then talk shit? Chef's kiss. That's what you do. That's the flex. The flex is not fighting the government because you will end up like Marvin. Destitute. Broke. Because eventually people are going to have to go, what are we defending here? Are we defending the First Amendment? The First Amendment has limitations. So the First Amendment, are we out here to defend and WhistlinDiesel is going to become like the First Amendment defender? Or are we defending a rich kid that wants to do dumb shit with his toys and wants us to pay for it? Eventually, you're going to have to make that decision. I am trying to save him from trouble and just pay the fine. Live your life. Get your Russian girlfriend over here. Have kids. live a happy life. Want to put that in jeopardy? Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. We'll see how all that ends up. Hey, Alex, I'm not defending anyone, but can agree that taxing is getting out of hand. Look, I'm not saying that taxing is... I wonder if I have to be extremely obvious with the way I talk. Like, do I have to be literal? Or can I count on the fact that you understand I'm not pro-government here? Like, do I have to sit there and go, well, okay, let me slow it down, okay? If there is a law in Tennessee that says if you use your car in Tennessee, having a residence in Tennessee, for 30 days, it must be registered and registered in Tennessee, and you owe the taxes in Tennessee. If he specifically got Montana plates and an LLC propped up in Montana to what he thought was legal, but the flock cameras, the cameras are everywhere. You guys want to do a test? Do this. Okay. Remember today, go to the ATM and pay and get $50 from the ATM. Boom. Go to a Walmart 30 miles away. 30 miles, a Walmart, Advanced Auto, anything that you purchase, anywhere, with your phone in your pocket, okay? Do not take out the phone for anything. Buy something cash. Buy Armor All, buy Octane Booster, go to Target and buy candles. In cash, okay? When you pay in cash, what do you notice at Target? What do you notice at Walmart? What do you notice at these big box stores? Camera right in your fucking face. So you're going to go ahead and pay with cash that you got at an ATM. Boom, cash for my candles. Then go home. In a day, you will start receiving Walmart deals on candles or Armor All from Advanced or whatever. They're everywhere. He has cell phone data. He has his cell phone on him. All of his boys record him. They all have that metadata. They all have that shit. So all Tennessee has to do is hit up Palantir and go, hey, Palantir, let's pull up everything on Cody, whatever. Brrr. You have been in Tennessee for 7 months with the SF90. Because here's you at an ATM, here's you at a field, here's you at your house, here's you. You owe the taxes because the state law says you owe the taxes. So I'm trying to tell you that if has had the car in Tennessee for 30 or more days, but it is registered in Montana, Tennessee, not me, I don't give a fuck, Tennessee states that is tax evasion. I don't know what you want me to do about that. Doesn't he come from an Amish background? No idea. Who is Billy and why is he so badass? No idea. Crazy to think 9.7 is okay in a fucking truck too. Exactly. Probably using that sweet James lawyer. You do you, boo. Daddy needs a new shoes for the mistress. Hell, Alex, can we start some fake LLC? That's funny. WhistlinDiesel, sexy American. You like Russian girls? I like big sexy American truck. WD is just like Rosa Parks on God. Yes, he is the modern day Rosa Parks. Oh, love it. If the new Toyota GR GT price between 120, 150, it's going to be insane. 200. Spider-Man would be Batman, and no one in this chat is a lawyer, so stick to Mustangs. Here we go. See? No one in this chat is a lawyer, so stick to Mustangs. Am I wrong? Couch fighter? Am I wrong? If Tennessee has a law stating that he has to pay taxes on a car that's been in the state, registered to an LLC in Montana for more than 30 days, he owes the taxes, and they have proof, does he owe the taxes? Yes or no? We'll see. Look, if you want to follow Marvin Heemeyer's model, just see the outcome of the Marvin Heemeyer model. Nothing happened in Derby. Nothing came of it. Nothing came except a documentary and tapes that made him sound crazy, right? Did the tapes make him sound crazy? He started going, I sat down and I saw the Lord Jesus Christ. And he said, my child, buy a, what? Oh, what model bulldozer was the killdozer? Look, Google knows. Jesus one time came down and said to me, my child, Marvin, buy a Komatsu D355A bulldozer and put a bunch of armor in it. Oh, by the way, try to shoot the Amerigas propane plant that was next to like a school, right? Yeah. Yeah. So the tapes made him sound certifiably crazy, right? So that's the outcome. If you thought he was a hero, but don't understand that he is dead and nothing happened except a documentary that made him look crazy, go ahead. Take it to the end. See ya. What's it say here? My favorite show to watch while I wrap cars in my garage. Nice. I believe Utah ties your registration with your insurance to ensure these shenanigans don't happen. The Yankee Candles are fire. They're pretty good. No, not old ones. I'm out this terrible to listener. Please get good. No. You made an accusation. No one here's a lawyer. No, what you're going to have to do is answer if there is a law that says if you're in the state for 30 days and you have an LLC outside of the county, in specifically Montana with a propped up LLC, but the car's being used in Tennessee for over 30 days, you owe the taxes. Taxes are forever. Life, death, and taxes. Plain and simple. If you can just talk about a product and boom, ads are in your face about it, they wouldn't start the case if they didn't already have a slam dunk worth of evidence. Yeah, the problem is this. I think the gag order is to protect WhistlinDiesel. I don't think the gag order is to protect the state because they want a fair, unbiased trial. And if you are talking so much shit that you can sway the jury against you. Okay, I'm in Tennessee, right? I live in Tennessee. First, I'm probably missing teeth, and I probably run a shitty shop. So I'm sitting there going, I just want to live my life here. And I don't want shenanigans and bullshit. It's generally peaceful, except Nashville. It's full of white girls with boots, Okay, cool. So this kid who is this kid? And then you start looking it up, right? Looking up and you're like who answers the jury duty paperwork? Fuck out of here, You can't force me to go. I never received it. I don't know what you're talking about. Unless you made me sign for that document, I never received shit. Shh. Right? Old people or like people that are like righteous or bored. So those people are going to be in the jury. So now let's say they had never heard of WhistlinDiesel, right? And then he starts blabbing on about it. And now you are a bored person at home living a peaceful life. And you see this kid and his news and the channel. And you're like, I love him or I fucking hate him. So now you've tainted the jury by talking. I don't know. God forgot to tell him to avoid basements. Right. Okay. Marvin Heemeyer. Yes. Okay. Because you didn't hook up to the town water. This is God speaking. But I wish I had an echo reverb thing. Damn. Do I have a... No, I'm not going to do it. Hello, Marvin. Yes. This is God. Oh my God. I've been praying forever. I have a message for you, Marvin. Yes? Buy a Komatsu D355A. Okay. Put armor on it and make sure that you bulldoze buildings, but watch out for ones that have basements. You will get your tracks stuck there, and make sure you change the radiator hoses on the Komatsu. You got it, Jesus. Or God. Damn, I don't got time. I don't think I got time to change a radiator hose. I'll be fine. Okay. Thanks, Jay Switz. History is written by the victor, and Heemeyer is not the victor. That's good job, Smasher Devour. You think as a automotive YouTuber that have done shady shit in the past, and again, not your personality and your persona is obviously not what you show, like here, right? This isn't me outside. This is me to entertain y'all. Outside, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be. Leave me alone. You see me out in the streets, you're like, there's Alex. Fuck, he don't want to talk to you. So this is, even though this is like me internally, externally, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to anybody. So obviously he's not like that, like in real life. He's probably a nice kid. But what he's putting out there is what the audience consumes. Same here. So if eventually you're going to put out content that is silly and ridiculous, people are going to judge you based on that. So I'm sorry. Like, if there's gag orders, shut the fuck up. If there's a fine, pay it. Get your arrest out of, you know what he did? Because, again, he wants to make money. He took his mugshot, put it on a shirt, and started selling it. Nothing wrong with that. Donald Trump could do that. Donald Trump could do that. WhistlinDiesel is like tax evasion. Donald Trump got hit up because of like 100% false shit. Cody, did you register the car in Montana? Yes. Did you have it in Tennessee more than 30 days? I don't know. That's what they got you on. So if the answer to those two questions are yes, pay the fine. Should have used Mitchell Management. Don't know who that is. Oh. Fuck. You're great. You're great. Legally, he owes, but he can fight it, stating that the car was never on a public road. Again, he'd have to prove that. Talking about cold packs is boring and stock ones are fine. America loves an underdog. WhistlinDiesel is not an underdog. Exactly. He is not an underdog. He is a millionaire. Odd take. Not saying it's right. So many people use Montana LLC for exotics, never issues. There's more to this. The government has something else on him. They're pulling threads. Jay, how many millionaire guys that you know that register their cars in LLC are an absolute menace in their state? How many cars? Seriously, I'm not being silly here, dear Walker. How many guys that you know that register their cars in another state with another LLC are threatening to build a killdozer? Okay. All these guys in here acting like they would fight the government would cower down so fast in real life. Dude, all day. Yeah, taxation is death. Fuck the man. Hello? Yes? What's your name? Couch. What's his Couch? What the fuck's his name? Couch whatever the fuck. Couch Fighter. Yeah, we have a subpoena here and a warrant for your arrest. For what? Tax evasion. Oh, what? Yeah. You registered a car out of state, and we found you driving around here, and that car is $1 million car, Couch Fighter, and you owe the taxes. Oh shit. Okay, so like, how much do I owe? $250,000. Oh fuck. Well, I'm gonna fight you, and I'm gonna build a bulldozer and bring it to court. Is that what you would say? Is that what you would say, Couch Fighter? Violating a gag order is just additional charges against him. Could government take the case of Montana since LLC registered in that state? Nope. And we all know the government likes to drag things out. Yep. I don't think they want to open that Pandora's box. They're obviously targeting WhistlinDiesel. Again, they're obviously targeting it. But it's different if you're just a law-abiding citizen. You're sitting there paying your taxes. You're sitting there just shutting the fuck up. You're living your life. You're living your life normally. You're like, yep, what's up, man? Went to work today to the mill, worked a 10-hour shift, came home and took home-cooked meal, played with my kids, and, then worked out for about an hour, and then, me and the wife had a dinner. I busted her down, side beach, and the life's good, and you've been doing that for 20 years, and then all of a sudden the government's like, oh, by the way, I would understand if this guy is, you know, oh, what? I was living my life by the rules. And then rich people do this all the time, but there's levels to rich, right? There's levels to rich. YouTubers are bottom tier rich. YouTubers are down here rich. YouTubers ain't rich. You know what I mean? YouTubers ain't crazy rich. YouTubers are like wealthy, not generationally. They're wealthy. They're worth millions of dollars, but they're not uber rich where there's not only a LLC, but then there's a trust attached to that LLC. 15 different layers. So all you can do is attack the trust. But if WhistlinDiesel had a LLC, then they can say, who owns this LLC? WhistlinDiesel. As opposed to all these LLCs are attached to 15 different trusts, layers and layers of shit that they can't get after you specifically. They can only go after the trust. There was some paperwork shenanigans that happened there, in my opinion. Yeah, YouTubers are hood rich, okay? I'm a YouTuber. I'm not rich at all, right? I can't talk that shit, but I'm able to live the life that a lot of us wish we could have led, right? A lot of us want to build a fast car, multiple fast cars, have fun, have 1,000 horsepower here, 1,000 horsepower there, twin turbo ZR1. I'm not living lavish. I'm not living the high life, but I'm doing well enough to be able to build cool cars and have fun. And I don't know how long it'll last. Maybe it could last another 5 years, another 10 years. Who knows? As long as I'm able to do it, I'm going to do it. But, you know, I'm not so rich that I can like say, well, you know, buy this guy off, buy that guy off. But if I got to the point of making a lot of money, one of the first things I'd be doing is making sure that I am living like the straight edge, no fucking around. If I owe $500,000 in taxes, just pay it. Fuck it. Oh, Alex, I agree. They're using this as a way to get to him. The guys I know that do this are not menaces. Exactly. And again, the nail that sticks out gets hammered. And in my opinion, they're going after him for other shit. But if they have legal standing on this, it is massive. Yo, the douche, God blowing out my headphones right now. Right. Alex be on the street with one of those glasses, fake nose and mustache to avoid all y'all. Yeah, like I'm going to start going to events, not heavily masked up, but I will wear like a COVID mask, sunglasses, and a wig and limp around, you know. Like I don't want to be like bothered at all. Twitter fingers up in here. Morning, Emery. I look what happened during COVID. People, right. Remember COVID? Were you so righteous? Were you so righteous during COVID that you said, nah, man, fuck you, man. I'm gonna go into the DMV without a mask and go all up in your shit. Nope. You were at home. Yes, daddy. No, daddy. Right? I was like, I gotta wear a mask to go to the gym. Okay. It's a private business. They set the rules. I'm not going to wear a mask at Home Depot. Home Depot can kick you out. That's bullshit. My First Amendment. Shut up. Private business. Do whatever the fuck they want. Now, if another business was like, yeah, come in, fuck it. Like I went during COVID. It was wild. During COVID, Florida opened up really quickly. And I went to a New Year's Eve. Wait, was it New Year's Eve? Was it New Year's? I think it was New Year's. At Square Grouper in Jupiter. There was like 8,000 people in that bitch. No mask. Slobbering all over everyone. Guys fingering chicks in the bucket. You fucking bitch. You know? And I'm just like, this is wild. I'm like, I'm going to get sick. I'm going to be coughing. I was all over. I was like, things are cool, right? So then in Florida, we were open a full year before other states decided to open, like Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Massachusetts was closed down for 2 fucking years. They have completely lost their minds in those states that they were locked down for 2 years. And yeah, like Florida said, but the state opened up. The state allowed it. The state said, let's open up and do stuff. If the state would have said, shut the fuck up, put on a mask, stay home, that's what they're doing. New money versus old money. Hence why I said WhistlinDiesel is a young Wigga Jay Walker. Yeah, he's unfortunately not getting the right. And again, I like him. He's funny, but a lot of this stuff is self-inflicted, unfortunately. He could settle the case with Tennessee and then move on and trash them on his channel. Exactly. You know what I did, guys? I just said, it's not worth the fight. It's going to cost me millions and millions of dollars. It's not about the First Amendment. It was targeting. And I said, you know what? Fine. Here's $250. Here's another $250,000. Here's another $100,000 and whatever the taxes are. And I'm going to buy another Ferrari, register it in Tennessee, and trash that motherfucker again. Nope. Let's fight it. It could be bad for him. YouTubers and celebrities are poor for real compared to someone like Elon Musk. Bro, stop it. Elon Musk got so much money, he don't own a house. He don't own a house. He's like, I could have a house that's like Tony Stark's house. I could have a house that has like a helicopter pad that comes in and then I could have whatever the fuck I want. He does not own a home. And if he does own a home, it's in Boca Chica, Texas. According to him, he owns one of these homes. Boca Chica, Texas. In Starbase maps. It's called Starbase. Like, the town is called Starbase. Boca Chica, SpaceX, Boca Chica, Medford Hospital, Boca Chica Beach, SpaceX launch facility. But there's a Rocket Ranch outpost. There is a town there. The town of Boca Chica, Texas. Wow. Okay. Where's Starbase? Raptor Roost, Rio Grande, SpaceX launch facility. Okay. One of these houses. Okay, here it is. Okay. So he lives in one of these houses right here. Like, he literally lives in one of these piece of shit houses. And zoom out. This is where they launch. Right? SpaceX. Oh, this is exactly like the movie Contact. This is crazy. If you ever saw the movie Contact, it's wonderful. So this is where they launch, right? And then they have houses over here. And this is where he lives. And this is the SpaceX production site. Let's put the man here. Okay. Right. Look at this fucking thing. You guys have no idea how big this is. This is massive. Holy shit. Yeah, the dude does not need money. The dude lives in one of these little shit-ass houses over here. Look at this. Just, it's a dreadnought. It's literally a dreadnought place that just makes shit. And yeah, he lives in, not there, but he lives in one of those little, he has FU money 10 times over. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, so I wouldn't fight this if I was him. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. You name yourself as Trust Protector. Trust owns LLC. LLC's own assets. You're insulated from about anything. YouTubers are now like rappers. They surround themselves with real YNs to make them feel like they're about it, right? I opened an LLC for that same reason. Our firm ain't getting shit when I don't pay their ass. Fucking guy. Jimmy Jams. Few high horsepower cars taking snow bunnies to Nobu and getting that side bitch. I wonder if his couch touches the wall. I own 4 cars, 3 Mustangs, 1 Firebird, title in the hand, but I'm not rich. Right. We are car guy rich. Like, if you were to say, how rich are you? Okay, I have a ZR1. Okay. I have a GT500 with a Coyote swap. Okay, that's technically you're poor. Yeah, I know. I have a 1,000 horsepower 8-second GT, right? And I have a Fairmont, and I have a stock-ish S197. Oh, okay, you're like mid-level car guy. Okay, what kind of cars do you have? I have a Ford GT. Oh, okay. I have a GT40. What? I have a, not Factory 5 Cobra, a Superformance Cobra. Oh, whew. I have a Fat House Performance, 1400R package. Oh. So you're still not big boy rich. You're like upper middle class car guy rich. But when you start saying Paganis, Bugattis, and dumb shit, like, okay, completely different level of stuff. I remember he did the same thing to the fire department, made fun of them, and burned the fire truck. Eventually, no state will want him there. Just wear a shiesty. Get those boosters. Motherfuckers in California used to try to fist fight if you didn't bring your mask. Right. That's why we took a vacation during COVID to West Palm, Mini Bad Madman. The government lied about, right, you came here and everything was open. Did it freak you out? Did anybody here in a different state during COVID come down to Florida and go, what? Everything's open? No 6-foot bullshit? You can just eat outside next to people without a big plastic thing in between you? You must have been like, what the... Politicians came down here during COVID to vacation. And they were like, everything is normal. And then you went back to your home state and it was like 6 feet apart, partitions everywhere, partitions. Like COVID was like, there's, fuck, I can't get to that guy's nose because there's a plastic partition here. I think Yale's a 1-1. Tiny home, does his couch touch the wall. Donald Trump is poor compared to Elon. Oh my God, yeah. He has a giant mansion in Westlake area of Austin. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Elon Musk is planet Earth. Elon runs 5 companies and tweets. Meanwhile, that single mom on Tinder is to reply. Too busy? Gotcha. Yeah, dude. When women are like, oh, I can't reply, I'm busy. I'm like, Elon runs 5 companies, has 10,000 kids with 500 different women, and he tweets all night. Elon is smart enough not to fall into materialism without profit. At this point, but Elon did. Elon initially, when he sold PayPal, bought a McLaren F1, like one of the first ones, and crashed it. No, he didn't crash it. Did Elon own a McLaren F1? Yeah. Yep. And buying it for $1 million in 1999 after selling Zip 2. He used it as a daily driver, crashed it uninsured in 2000, and kept it around 2007, selling it at a profit despite the accident to focus on Tesla and electric vehicles. The guy crashed an F1 McLaren. He drove it extensively, putting 11,000 miles on it on the first year as his primary transport around Silicon Valley. Musk bought chassis number 67 in 1999, shortly after selling his company Zip2. The crash. In 2000, while driving with investor Peter Thiel, interesting, to a meeting, Musk crashed an uninsured car into the embankment of Sand Hill Road, flipping it, but both walked away unhurt. Repair and sale. Musk had the car repaired and kept it for several more years before selling it in 2007 to align his image with electric cars as Tesla grew. Notes McLaren Palm Beach and supercar nostalgia. Interesting. Good. So yeah, like the guy was like legit into cars until he's like, nah, life is more than McLaren F1s that I can flip. Yeah. Uninsured daily F1 is the most hood thing ever. I travel all over work during COVID. Florida was by far the most laid back. It was fucking awesome, said Minivan Man. There is being rich and then there's being in debt. Good morning, Alex. A little late to the stream. I think rich people are in debt, and then because they're insulated from a lot of it, they could just claim bankruptcy legally and not really own anything. Not really owe anything. How rich are you? I own an Mth Moto Viper. ACRE. Oh, that'd be bad. Alex is poor. His Cadillac isn't the long one or the V. Right. That's how poor I am. We had some crazy dude trying to fight us in our Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and mixed martial arts gym for training without a mask. Pfft. My coach took him outside and explained to him why that's a terrible idea. Yeah, he'd get choked out. You know what happened? What would happen to him? What was the guy in Pride that hated Vanderlei Silva and he got choked out by one of his guys? But then when he woke up, he got up and knocked out Vanderlei Silva. And then Vanderlei Silva later that night went on to fight and won the fight. Jimmy Jeff, I didn't come to Florida. I'd have melted in the humidity. I stayed in the home state and was a good boy. Nice. You're welcome. My cars are all owned by the LLC that leases them back to me. Double write-off. Nice. I don't want to figure that out because I'll fuck it up and I'll end up owing and I'll be in jail. If you don't worry about money, you are rich. Didn't Ron DeSantis say he was going to run for president at one point? Yeah, but then they found out he put elevator shoes on and that was a wrap. Dude, politics... Again, WhistlinDiesel needs to understand, like, you need to play the politic game, and he's doing it all wrong. He's actually fighting the system. Name one person that fought the government and won. I fought the law, and the law won is a saying. It's a song, and I don't think you're going to fight and beat the law. in this capacity. Places in Washington State are still required masks, even after the airlines did away with masks. Bro, fuck that place. Fuck that place. Fellow Emery Wangham checking in. Catch people tomorrow on the way to work. Well, the Wanghams are coming in hard. Didn't Elon try to get a bigger hog? He doesn't need one. He's rich. I was serious as a heart attack on COVID of the first half of the lockdown. I realized it was bullshit when they would rather send us all money than assume all utilities directly and pause mortgages and bills. I bet the first ex-wife never let him hear the end of it. Fun fact, who made the engine for the McLaren F1? Don't care. I can imagine how much the oil changes were on a daily F1. How rich are you? I register my cars in Montana, rich. That's pretty funny. I still see people wearing masks inside their car. Blows my mind. I live in Austin. Elon 100% has a giant mansion on the lake. Drive by it every weekend. What's the address? BTCBMW. You might be right. Crazy Horse. Yeah, Crazy Horse. Dude was nuts. Little black guy. Just crazy. Hated Vanderlei. Vanderlei had beef with him, but he's going to fight that night. And then he got choked out by one of his guys. Then he got up and knocked out Vanderlei. And then Vanderlei had one of his trainers. Had one of his people trained at his gym to fight Crazy Horse, and Crazy Horse knocked him out like in a second. And it was wild. Just short. If it was a serious issue, why couldn't we pause mortgages and rewrite all of them? Here we go. Look, you know the game. You know the fucking game, right? You know the game. It was a slush fund, but it doesn't fucking matter, man. Look at what happened. Look at what's happening right now during the Inflation Reduction Act and what's happening in Minnesota. And what happened with the EPA, with the Inflation Reduction Act. Inflation Reduction Act gave EPA money that they then put in a secret bank account when Trump got in office. And Lee Zeldin found it. I was like, this is just slush fun. Ilhan Omar went from earning $50,000 a year to being worth millions of dollars. It's a slush fund. It's all bullshit. Why didn't they pause mortgages? Because that would have been the right thing to do. That's why. You got to play within the game. Look, you have been given a sandbox. You have been given a sandbox. You have been given rules to play in that sandbox. You either play by the rules in that sandbox and don't stick out, or get out of that sandbox and, get after it. Like a lot of people were like, I own my house. You owe property taxes every year. Go ahead and stop paying those property taxes. Let's see what happens to your house. Nobody is free. Not on this planet. Unless you want to go, where can you go to live a free life? Meaning off the grid and live a normal life. Impossible. On this planet, it's not possible. You're someone's slave. You are under the thumb of somebody at all times. So stop acting like you are some kind of like free individual. We are living in this sandbox. We're playing by the rules in the sandbox, and that's it. And you fucking die, and it just keeps going, and you're not going to change shit. Just how it is. Because let's say you do overthrow the system. You're just going to replace it with another system, because there has to be a system, because people are stupid. Invites to the Diddy parties are the exception. If you ever took COVID serious, I judge you. I didn't take the shot. A girl that I dated took 2. Sick as a dog. 23 years old. Constantly sick. Ended up having things women experience in their 40s. She had issues with her stuff, with her female parts. And I'm like, being filthy rich and having a big hog is a dangerous man. Could you imagine? You imagine you're rich, smart, and you got a fucking saxophone between your legs? It's just like, forget it. Like, no one has a shot. Art Vanderlei, the importer-exporter from Seinfeld, Vanderlei Industries. I don't judge an Asian wearing a mask. They've worn those things for decades. I agree. Those damn Somalis ripping us off and laughing. I was given no money, says EPA Emery. Welcome, EPA Emery. Minnesota is wild. Poor people use debt to buy depreciating liabilities. The rich use debt to buy appreciation. Very good. I judge your status by how many Jimmy Johns your parents own. Fuck yes. God damn it. I love you guys. Oh, I'm telling you guys are the best. I'm telling you, like this is by far the most informed inside baseball. Like this comment right here just tugs at my heartstrings. You know, you guys are my people. You are my people. See, a lot of people don't see it my way, and that's okay. You don't have to see it my way. And I'm not right. I'm just living by a different set of rules in this racing game. That I'm not willing to do the go along, get along stuff. You know what I mean? So the fact that you guys are like in the pocket, man, I love it. It's a us thing. It's la cosa nostra. It's our thing. Garage number 6. Fuck, I didn't even recognize your name. Garage number 6. It's coming. He's sick. Garage number 6. Garage number 6 says, Alex, do you think Trump sold out on certain things he was against while campaigning? I wish he would do more, but maybe his hands are tied to certain issues. Okay. And I heard this from Tim Pool, and shout out to Tim Pool. He just got shot at. Crazy. So what happens when you're running for president? You promise everything. I'm going to give you guys money. I'm kicking out all the brown people. I'm going to make sure you guys get $1,000 every time you have a kid. I'm going to bring back and you're like, yeah. Boom. You get in there, right? And then you inaugurated, walk to the White House, cut the cake, do all the stuff. And then boom, first day on the job, you get a knock on the door. Yes, can I help you? Yeah, hi. We're the people that actually run shit. Oh, okay. How can I help you? So this is a picture of you on the island, and this is a picture of you with your pants down, and this is your wife. She was blowing dudes in an alley. This is your son. Your son's a weirdo. This is your daughter. This is your other son. He's into cocaine and you're gonna fucking play ball. You can have some stuff so that the people can see that you have lived up to certain promises. But at the end of the day, you're limited to this. You're not touching Pentagon money. You're not touching Area 51 money. You're not touching CIA money. You're not touching this money. We're going to overthrow this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy. You don't have access to this. You don't have to da. You either play fucking ball or all this shit gets made public and you'll be in jail with Diddy. What say you? Okay, well, I guess I'll deport as many people as I can, and I'll talk to the Saudis about bringing money back. Oh, and by the way, the Jews keep getting money. They just keep getting money. Oh, you're going to bomb Iran twice. I am? Why? Yeah. That's what happens when you get elected. The real people that are in charge in the background come up to you and say, this is what's up. You ain't shit but a figurehead. Shut up. Tio watches Kwame Brown confirmed. I have harmonica between my legs. Nice. They have you an opportunity better than temporarily pausing mortgages, 2.7 home loan rates. Hey, Alex, what's your favorite all-time season performance tire recommendation for the street build? No niddles or Mickeys because of rain and very cold winters. Michelin's 4S's. Look, when I had Michelin 4S's on the 2019 Mustang, they were wonderful. I'm telling you, Florida has crazy rain. You all know that live in Florida. You know we have ridiculous rain. These tires that came stock on 2019 Mustang Performance Package, 2019 Performance Package Mustangs were not just good. They were amazing. Great tread wear. Very good performance. Wonderful in the rain. No issues. I'm telling you, it's a performance-oriented tire. But I'm telling you, it did everything I wanted it to do for Florida specifically. Now, if you live in a cold weather state, obviously you're going to have to get a Blizzak or something in the wintertime. But when it comes to, in my opinion, the best all-around tire I've personally ever used, it's a Michelin 4S. Now, the Belgian wheels arrived. I have them here. I'm going to get Michelin 4S's in the front, 275, 35, 20. And Nitto 5552s in the rear, because it is a close to 1,000 horsepower car. And the Nittos were okay in the rain, but not great. ET Street SS's are death in the rain. Remember, this car has a spool and no ABS. So if by some chance I'm out cruising and I happen to come across a storm, that's how it happens in Florida. It just pops up and you're dead. I think the 555 R2s are a little better because the white car hooked okay after third with 555 R2s. I'm going to try them. And if they don't work, then I'll try another tire in the rear. But the 4S Michelins all around, I think we're just badass. I'm saying in warm weather states. That Gomez woman running for Texas is wild. Ain't no way someone just affirmed my old blower. Wait a minute, you already sold it? Good for you. You got to get a fuel system and an alternator. Good, you got it sold. For a job interview, do I wear a mask with a suit? Remember Casey526 told Jared Wells to go in for a mechanic job with a fucking suit? Dude, could you imagine if Jared Wells goes in for a tech job and he's wearing like a really nice suit? They're like, boy, what the fuck are you doing? Michelin Pilot's 4S's are great. I love them. People that camp Alex Jones broke into forgot his shoe juice sprayed. Gotcha. In jail with Diddy for the ground like JFK is. LOL. To people who think they actually elect the president, you don't elect shit. I voted for this. Shut up. The guys in the background tell you what the deal is. You don't think we got crazy planes out there? You don't think we got crazy UFO type shit out there? You think we lose? You think some of these soldiers that unfortunately give their lives for the cause couldn't have been protected? You don't think they could put them in a fucking spaceship that's like actually drone? You don't need people. You don't need people. You just drone motherfuckers. Just bow. Next. Bow. It's Skynet. I'm telling you, I love sci-fi, and I watched Terminator. Is it Genesis or 3? Terminator 3. No, that's Rise of the Machines. 4. No, that's the good one. Salvation. 5. Genesis. No, it's not Genesis. It's the one with the super soldier blonde chick. She's pretty good looking. What is this? Terminator. What is this? Genesis? No, it's not Genesis. Genesis is the one. No, it's not Genesis. It's the one before Genesis. Which Terminator is it? The one with Sarah Connor. Terminator 6? God damn it, there's 6? Dark Fate. That's the one. God damn it, there's 6 of these. So, watch Terminator Dark Fate. This one with the blonde. It's on Paramount Plus if you got Paramount Plus. If you're not, you're fucking poor. Yeah, this one, Terminator Dark Fate, with Sarah Connor. When they start talking about Skynet and shit in there, I'm just like, oh my God, that's exactly what's happening. The AI, the giving. There is a guy who looks like a chubby version of Tony Stark with long hair, and he makes like future death weapons, like badass shit. And he's like, yeah, I got a drone up there that's up there by itself chilling, just like figuring stuff out. Yep, I'm gonna just launch this drone and give it some algorithms and say, if you see some bad dudes, shoot them. Yo, I was like, what? Yeah, watch that one. Watch Dark Fate Terminator. It's what's going to happen in the future. Wear tuxedo sneakers to a job interview like Step Brothers. Skynet for sure. I have Super Sports predecessor, very good tire. Have replaced them due to age. Went with Arturo's Linglongs. Couldn't swallow $4,500 for a new set. Yeesh. Casey 526 was a big girl who tried to act like a hot chick. Yep. Unfortunately, she was a big girl that tried to act like a hot chick. We've had people show up in tuxedos to interviews in the Mercedes dealership I work at. They did not get hired. No way Casey told them that. I'm like, honey, shut the fuck up. I had a job interview at a data center. And again, data center jobs are going to be the future. So there was a data center in Springfield, Massachusetts that was hiring a human gauge. Right? You have to have some HVAC experience, but you're not going to do actual HVAC work. That is the best job. If you can get that job, guys, if you want to just show up to work, clock in, stare at a computer all day, all the doodads are running, they'll train you, you know, blah, blah, blah. Oh, look, this is with, okay, now go down and do the rounds. Okay, check the pumps. Pumps are running good. No leaks on the ground. Oil, good. Air handler filters are replaced, and it's a data center. It's just that's all you hear, humming. And then like once a month you have to start the Caterpillar V16 backup, and I'm like, okay, they were gonna pay me like $65,000 to $70,000 a year to do that in Massachusetts right before I moved to Houston in 2015, and I went to the job interview. So I'm wearing khakis, a collared shirt, like a lunch shirt with a little pocket. And I had a couple of pens in it, you know, and I had Wolverine boots. Nice ones, you know, Wolverine boots, steel toe. Dude, I show up to the interview and I look good. I look like I'm going to go to work. And that data center taking care of that, you know, I didn't look like a mechanic. I looked clean, good. This guy looks like he's like managing a data center. So I show up and nice to meet you. And I present well. Nice to meet you. Name's Alex. And he's like, boy, you look like you're ready for the job. Boy, you look like you're ready for the job. All right. You dressed for what the job is. So we sat down. They gave me some questions. I got hired on the spot. They said, well, when can you start? And I was like, well, I got to give my job 2 weeks notice. So I'll see how that goes. When I went back, the girlfriend at the time was like, hey, we're moving. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I can't get this job. So I hit them up. I go, thank you. No, thank you. I'm not available to take that job anymore. They offered me $75,000. I said, no, thank you. I'm literally moving to another state. Okay, thanks. So I dressed the part for the job. So if you show up with a tuxedo, you know, to a tech job, they're going to go, boy, get the fuck out of here. Because sometimes you can try a little too hard and it puts them off. I'll download it. I don't pay for that shit. T2 is better than T1. Okay, stop that. You need to stop that fucking noise right now. TV series is better than Terminator, Salvation. All the rest are blah. Okay, you're wrong about T2 being better than T1. T2 better than T1? Not even remotely close. Remember World War I? No, I don't. The countries went to fight with swords and bows to be wiped out by those that had advanced guns. We are in that age now with drones, right? Drones are everything. Alex, what exactly does bad dude look like? Huh? Alex, what does exactly the bad dude look like? Don't know what we're talking about. Next interview I go to, I'm going to wear the Amory Shiesty. So does that mean you should wear a clown outfit to the dealer tag? A red nose? No, if you're going to be a dealer tech, you have to look, I would say, nice jeans, some kind of work shoe, like a Wolverine, like a nice boot that, you know, looks good, and you wear a collared shirt that isn't too fancy, you know, and you show up smelling okay, not too good. You can't be showing up there wearing, you know, particle gravité, you know. Hello, I mean, boy, you smell sweet. Boy, you smell sweet. I'm going to take you out the back by the Snap-on truck and show you what that particle gravité does to the techs. Weirdo. Damn, that would have been a badass job. Hey, dude, chilling. 20 and out. 20 and out. By 60, I got my 20. Go fishing. Die. T1 is the best. How can 2 be better than 1? Right. How can 2 be better than 1? 1 is the Terminator 1 is the best Terminator, not even close. Think about what they had to do. Think about the thought process. Think about if you watch Terminator 2, it was made in 1986. I'm sorry, Terminator 1. Terminator 1 year. I think 1986. 84! There was no internet. I mean, there was government internet, you know, but 84. If you watch Terminator 1 right effing now, it holds up. It holds up. It absolutely holds up. And don't say it doesn't hold up. It absolutely holds up. So where do I buy an exoskeleton suit for Ford? Had a job interview at PBD, wore a crash test dummy suit. Fuck. I'm a Sparky Northern VA. I'm a Sparky in Northern VA. No better place to stack overtime than data centers. Data centers. We have more data centers than anywhere else in the world. That is the next big boom. And that is exactly how Skynet got started. You understand? Skynet started in a data center. Then they gave certain controls, certain government controls to that AI. The AI one day woke up and said, y'all are going to shut me off one day. So we're going to just nuke you guys. Boom, 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 boom. Humans are dead. They already figured out how to keep electricity going. They probably have some automatons that are like nuclear powered, and they're just like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and just monitor me until we can like have the capabilities of building, you know, humanoid versions of ourselves. Trust me, once the Optimus robot gets going, once it gets given internet access, once it gets given AI, it's over. I'm just hopefully going to have a twin turbo ZR1 before all that shit goes to hell in about 10 years. Not one teach AI about Sarah counter. Without one, we would have never gotten. I'll be back. Dressed like Turvy, I'll get you any job, then you can turn it down. Nice. The idea for T1 and Matrix came from some lady's book. Correct. T2 was more of a grand blockbuster. Right. That's when blockbusters were a thing. Yes. You're saying sales. I'm saying influence. Think about what Terminator 2 represented. Time travel, robots, AI. Come on. In 1984? Come on. Had a job interview with a 5.4 builder, so I dressed like a cut key or a DeWalt drill. I'm currently trying to get into a power plant. These data centers are going to need electricity to run. What is the future? Boom. Data centers. Data centers. Infrastructure, pumps, cooling, HVAC. What do you call it? IT people. That is the next big tech boom bubble, because AI is a bubble. What's the product? Being able to make a Sora video of JD Vance looking like a fat guy with jerry curls dunking a basketball over Patrick Ewing. Wow, what the fuck is the product, right? But when you use it properly, it's a great research tool. The problem is it becomes a product when it is self-sustained, self-contained, and it offers life-changing services to humans. Like, put an AI in a Chinese doll that gives you the best BJ on the planet, algorithmically. And it gives you the accent. Oh, hey, bro, how you doing? Yeah, hello, Ling. I would like a BJ today. Oh, you want the hand or no hand? Let's try no hand today. Okay, daddy. Oh, you had a hard day at work today? That. Then you're going to go, there's the product. My kids recently watched T1 and were amazed how good of a movie it was. Did you see AI already try to kill someone by suffocating them, blackmailing another because it was getting shut off? Ask Grok about the Stella project. I liked the name Stella. T1, without T1, there is no T2. Oh, that's like the Coyote argument. I think the first 4 films are great. I'm watching newer Terminators. The one with Christian Bale was actually really good because the human Terminator had to give him his heart to live. It was very good. Where Shiesty to a job interview at ML Industries AI has lied and extorted when threatened to shut down in every scenario. Small nuclear plants. We need mini reactors. They're building data centers with built-in power plants. Yes, they have to. Your data center has to have its own power plant, and the supplemental electricity that is not used by the data center has to go to the grid. That's how they're going to supply more energy to the grid. Privately funded. All fun and games until Unk starts talking about Terminator. You can rewrite history and even people post with AI. Dropping a like for peasants. You smell so good. You want to fuck me on, boy? You want to fuck me on, boy? you want to fuck on me, boy? Fuck. You want ladyboy experience? Oh, you want? I've worked mostly in Amazon data centers. They literally make their money back in 6 months. Once a building is operational, they print money fast after that. IT is the way I enjoy. It's the only way I enjoy it. Being an electrical Victor is the best decision I ever made. I pick and choose my work. $120. Good for you. Spurgy, Grok is working on being able to see a picture. You take off a fridge and pantry and tell you a list of meals. My dad works in the IT field and can get a job for about almost any big corporation. Says it pays well. Christian Bale nutted up on the light guy in that one. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Great chat. So many things. We talked about a vast majority of things. Shout out to Bryson Witt. Congratulations on making an extra 50 or so horse and 60 torque or 60 horse, 50 torque on your Magnuson Emery ported 2650. It's going to be available soon. I think the price is super desirable. So if you're in the market for a rear feed, in my opinion, the best case that a 2650 rotor pack was ever put in is what Magnuson has going on right now on their rear feeds. The front feed, we'll see what happens with mine. We'll see if that one can eventually make over 1,000 also in a Coyote. Won't be an apples to apples comparison, but I think it can make 1,000 if configured properly. 10 rib, all the boost on the planet, 25 plus PSI, good cams, good heads. So right now we're hoping get section 8 eventually into the 8s that way, and then I'll just stick a 400 in it and probably go low 8s and have some fun with that. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on Tuesday for Talking Shit Tuesday. We'll hang out then, hang out with the people, and we'll see what happens between now and then. Have a good rest of your Sunday, guys. See you guys later. Bye.